Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is the Watchers 3. We've added some cards from Edge of Eternities to help us dish out those powerful damages. We've kept our big men and our key artifact that helps us get them out. The pain train doesn't stop even when the opponent wants off. Let's get in there. We're playing the full set of Llanowar Elves, if you can smell what we're cooking. They are ramp as well as a body that can be equipped and help us get our big men out one way or another. And now the Smelf can also help station some of our new cards. Caretaker's talent is both card draw as well as a bit of pump for our token men if we need it. We're not a token deck, but we do generate enough tokens that the talent is useful. Not only can we use it to make a copy of one of our token men, we can also use it to copy the token lands the green Overlord generates. Sledge-Class Seedship is another way of getting our big men in play. It is a spacecraft, so it does require stationing, but once we get it unlocked, all we have to do is send it in and we can land one of our men for free. Because it has flying, the seed ship will be able to get in for damages, making it an effective attacker. Summoner's Grimoire is the whole reason for the original. It's a great way to get enchantment men in play. We play out the Grimoire, and the very next turn we send the token and get one of our big men in play for free. And if it's an enchantment, it enters tapped and attacking. It can be a crushing blow to the opponent and give us a huge advantage on board. Even if the token is killed off, we can easily equip something else and send it in. Elspeth, the Storm Slayer, will double the tokens we generate, as well as give us a pair of token men. These come in handy to help block, or we can use them to station or even equip with the Grimoire. Her ability to take out men that are 3 mana or more should not be overlooked. The green Overlord is ramp as well as a big body. The impending helps us play it out early, or we can pay its full cost and get it as a creature. The token land it generates helps fix our colors, and we can use the talent to copy it and get even further ahead on lands. We're playing only one copy of Yuna. The focus is on cheating our men into play, not getting them back from the grave. But if we do end up with plenty of our enchantments in the yard, we can use her to get them back on board. And even if we have an empty grave, she does give our enchantment men trample, lifelink, and ward 2, but only during our turn. Summon Primal Odin is a powerful enchantment creature saga. He enters play and snipes an enemy. On the following turn, if he lands a blow to the opponent, they will lose the game immediately. On the third chapter, he will draw us a pair of cards and make each player lose 2 life. Sure, he goes away on his own, but his abilities can be game-breaking. The white Overlord has been a monster. He generates a pair of 2/1 flying tokens when he enters, regardless if you play him out with impending or pay the full price. It's a great way to populate our board and take it to the opponent with flying token men. Summon Knights of Round is a backbreaker. We'll get 3 token knights at the beginning of our turn, and when it enters play, for 4 turns in a row. That's 12 knights for those keeping score at home, and that's without the doubling we could get from Elspeth. On his last chapter, Knights of Round gives our men a boost for the turn, as well as an indestructible counter. Unstoppable men, yes please. That's going to be GG's, extra cheese. And thanks for coming on the big show. Bahamut Mama won't make you clean your room, she'll just smash the opponent and destroy their stuff. What a nice mama. On Chapter 3, we'll draw 2 cards, and if the opponent has survived to see Chapter 4, they'll take damage equal to the mana value of everything else we control. Not that we've ever seen this ability go off, but if it does, it should wreck the opponent. For lands, we're playing 4 Lush Portico, the Selesnya Surveil land, 4 Hushwood Verge, the forest that becomes a dual when we have a forest or plains in play, 4 Shadowy Backstreet, the Orzhov Surveil land, 3 Forest, 2 Evendo, Waking Haven, the special land that can give us a green mana for every creature we control, but only after we station 12 power worth of men, 2 Swamp, 2 Plains, and 3 Adagia, Windswept Bastion, the special land that we can use to make a copy of an enchantment or artifact we control, but only after we station 12 power worth of men. Note that the majority of our men are enchantments, so we can use this to make copies of them. Playing the deck is rather straightforward. An early Smelf can help us get out some of our bigger cards a little bit earlier. We do like seeing a summoner's Grimoire down on turn 3, then send it in the following turn to get one of our big men on board. A talent with some of our token generators can help fuel our hand and let us explode. The Seedship was added as another way to get more and more men on the table, so station up whenever possible. Stationing to unlock our planet lands also can give us a huge boost, as each can help us with running the table. Without Yuna, we don't have any life gain, so look to get her down when our life total needs help. Big men for free, what's not to love? That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Taz, Cha-Cha-Cha. No, wait, it's Tasha. Nice boob armor you got there. We're kicking things off with a 3-lander. We have a couple of our top-end men, along with a smelt. Not the greatest of starts. We'll give it a shot. Keep your pants on. We'll play out our Smelf. We didn't get any of our 3 drops, but having him out early could get us an early Elspeth, and I like that. Also, if you can Smelf what we're cooking, amazingly they burn a removal on our Smelf. Nice, bro. And what's with all the emotes? Our Surveil land shows us a forest on top, and we'll keep it. Without a Smelf, we're going to need plenty of lands to power out what we have in hand. Chill with the emotes, bro. You're nobody's hero. We got them to use a counter on our spacecraft. Without men on board, that would have been useless. We draw a green Overlord, and we'll play it out for its impending cost. Amazing enough, it goes through with only a slight hitch. That gives us 5 mana, and we're only another land short of the Knights of Round. They fire off a Consult the Star Charts, probably grabbing more counters and removals. We could go with Elspeth here, but let's hold off on doing anything. There's no reason to rush into a counterspell. They do some more consulting. This time they get to go 5 deep. They play out a Surveil land and then toss an island. Too many lands, apparently. That could be a green light for us to get to playing out our weapons. Let's go for Elspeth. It's a source of tokens, and any men we get on board would be good for us. There's only a slight hitch, but we get Elspeth down. We'll go for some tokens, but they snipe Elspeth right away. Instead of 2 men, we'll only get 1. But we can make use of the map tokens they've given us, and we'll pump up our token. That's a Seedship we have on top, and we'll keep it. They thought it was a threat earlier, and maybe they still do. We'll station. If we can unlock our Adagia, we'll be able to make token copies of our enchantment men. Surely their endgame plan isn't a manland. They're putting a lot of hope into it if they think it could go the distance. I kind of want to see if they'll counter the Seedship, but on its own it won't do that much. Let's crack some map tokens and pump our token, or get some lands, whichever is fine. Let's try for our second Overlord. It's a big body that also gives us another land, and that would give us enough for Bahamut. Bro is crying about time, but he's the one playing a control deck. Stationing the Overlord got us to within 3. The question now is, do we station the token as well, or go in for damages? Let's station up. This land is cracked in this deck. They wipe our board with a sweeper. It is a setback, but we have plenty of ammo still in hand. We draw a surveil land, and we'll play it out. On top we have a forest, but we have enough lands already. Let's bin it. We'll play out the Seedship and it goes through. We'll make a token copy of it to make them worry. They activate their manland and send it. It does look like they might be hoping to end the game with manland activations. We draw a Grimoire and we'll play it out. It too can be copied with our white planet. Let's station up. If by some miracle we actually get to swing in with one of these tokens, we might be able to secure the game. They fire off an ultima, and that wrecks our board. This is already a long game, and it's going to go longer. We'll go for our Knights of Round. All we can do is hope it lands. They have 3 mana up, but so do we. Oh wow, it does land. Did Bro fall asleep over there? We'll station our men. Let's go for Evendo this time. If they have tax counterspells, having a bunch of extra mana could help us. A commando? Serious, bro? All their plays had actually been good until now. They play out a white Overlord. That must be the big guy they use as a finisher. Our surveil land shows us another Evendo on top. We like it, but not right now. We put a planet in our grave. How do you bury a planet? We'll finish stationing the Evendo we have in play. Bro was worried about time, but they're roping. Put on some big boy pants. Come on. We'll play out Bahamut Mama, and we'll snipe their Overlord. Their big guy is going in a hole. We'll go for a copy since 2 is better than 1, and we'd like to see that commando go away. It's time to get in there. Damages, bro. Damages. They play out a Morang and use it to bounce a pair of our tokens. Little do they know that Morang has a very short shelf life. Just making sure we can play it out and leave enough mana to make a token copy. We'll copy up our Knights of Round. Unless they have exile removals, We can keep a knights on board for the rest of the game. Let's station up with all these tokens we just got. They fire off another Ultima, but that says destroy. That's not going to get rid of our Knights of Round. No more emotes, bro? What went wrong? They poop it and scoop it. They couldn't stop everything. GG's, extra cheese. This is Lay Steve-O, like Frito-Lay. I could go for some chips. We get a shuffler special with a good mix of cards. We're one land away from impending the Overlord, and that will let us play out the Grimoire. It might work. Keep your hopes up. Our Surveil land shows us another Surveil land on top. There's what we need for the Overlord. Our Surveil land shows us an Adagia on top. We'll keep it. The play out a Black Mage's Rod. It's kind of like our Grimoire, but worse. We'll play out our Overlord. That'll be 4 lands, and we can play out our Grimoire on our next turn. Bro is probably thinking we're Domain, the last holdout still playing a deck that doesn't have the legs anymore. Don't worry, bro. Take your time. We've got all day. It's time for our Grimoire. All we gotta do is swing in with the equip token, and we can run the table. Someday this century, bro. Come on. They're turning a 5-minute game into an hour-long slog fest. They hit us with removal. We'll lose our token, but not the equipment. It's time for Elspeth to get in there. We'll generate a pair of tokens on each of our turns, and then it's only a matter of time before we can send it with an equipped token. They tap out for a Black Waltz, so we'll be free to equip and charge on in. We'll equip and send in our boy. We've got a Knights of Round coming on down, and that's 6 tokens instead of just 3. And that's going to be 6 tokens on each of our turns for the next 3 turns. They don't even bother to block. The game might be over already. They tap out for a circle of power. I don't know who they could beat with this deck, but it's just too slow and doesn't hit hard enough. It's got to go back to the drawing board. Bro, it's your own circle of power. Let the freaking thing resolve. They send the team. That's how we know. They know they have no chance. We'll use Elspeth to give our team a boost with the aim to station up and then send in everyone. They poop it and scoop it. That was the fastest decision they've made in their entire life. This is Sir Lands-a-Lot. He's particularly loved by the shuffler, or hated depending on your point of view. We get a shuffler special with an interesting set of cards. An early Smelf could get the ball rolling for us. Keep your pants on. Our Surveil land shows us a forest on top, which we'll keep. We'll play out our Smelf, then follow up with Adagia, and we can station up. They play out a Giada, the angel leader. Those things are too popular to ever go away. We'll play out our Grimoire. The angel players aren't usually known for playing a lot of removals, but I could be wrong. They play out a Sheltered by Ghosts, and they use it to snipe our Grimoire. Bro is turning into another Steve-O. We'll play out our green Overlord this turn. We want the extra mana to be able to work on getting our other cards down. They snipe our Overlord, but it's done part of its job already. We've got 7 mana on our next turn. With 7 mana, we can play out a full-price white Overlord. They're gonna love to see it. And stationing the Overlord will unlock our ability to make copies of enchantments. They play out a big chicken. It even has first strike. We draw a Smelf, which takes us up to 8 mana. We're 1 short of throwing down everyone's favorite mama. We'll make a token copy of our Overlord, but hold what we got. We essentially have a line of forever blockers. We just need to hold it together. They play out a Banishing Light to snipe our Overlord, but that's useless now. We still have 1 in play, and we can keep making copies of it. They send in their Giada, but do they not know about team blocking? We have to take it down. This is their big mistake. We draw a land, but we don't need more mana now. Let's get in there with our equip token and our Overlord. And maybe the other token. You know what comes next. Damages, bro. Damages. Big damages. We just ate more than half their life total. They play out another big chicken, but this time it's just a big victim to our Bahama Mama. I guess they didn't know about that ability. Geez, Big Mama Cheese. And that, my friends, wait, where did all these feathers come from? Is another satisfied customer.